Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for our next adventure. As always, here's Meech to do stuff like kick ass, pillage, plunder, woo some maidens, and... Well, he's probably not going to do any of that sort of thing and end up screwing up and spending the entire episode derping about. Enjoy!
Alrighty, hello guys, it is Meech here again, and time for some Faster Than Light. This is something we haven't done on this channel before, so it's going to be new. That's cool. Like I said, I haven't done this on this channel at all, or any channel for that matter. I don't have any other channels. But we are going to play this primarily because my good friend Buddy Wright and I were talking, and I told him I would just for him. So you guys can all watch it if you want. I don't care. Alright, so this will be the... I don't want the... because its name's pretty long. Let's go with Nib... Nezer. That is the ship from the Matrix. And I believe it also has something biblical, but... that's not what we're about. Right, we're going to use the stock ship because this one and the the Taurus, the NG ship are the only ones I have. I only have one layout, so that will actually be our main goal. I mean, winning's nice, but our main goal is to... oh man, that's some tough stuff. Like, I tried going for the 1 HP, and by doing that, I went to a little place right outside of a shop and let another ship just pelt me until I ended up dying. Okay, so our captain shall be Meech, of course. Since it's for him primarily, this can be Buddy. You can be Bob or George. That works. Okay, let's go. The data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure you explore each sector before moving on to the next, but get to the exit point before the pursuing rebel fleet can catch up. The basis of this amazing game is you are essentially, you pilot the ship and you work with the Alliance and you're trying to get to the end, which we will actually see. Here's a map. This is just one. This is like the sector I'm in. There are going to be many of these. I don't know how many in total. I think you have to go through like 9 or something like that. But I'm going to warp from waypoint to waypoint to waypoint to waypoint to waypoint to waypoint. See, my problem is I'm really bad at judging distance, so I'll be like, oh, I'll go here, 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 and then I'll be like, I can totally get from here, and then I'll get here, and be like, nope, these places are all too far. Well, it looks like if I go here, I'll be able to go here, then here, and then here. If not, I'll have to backtrack, which is awful, but it's just one of those things. Now, each time I warp forward, there's an enemy force. Right now, imagine they're back here, and they're going to be trying to catch me. And each turn they get closer and closer and closer, and about my 3rd or 4th turn they'll start to encroach onto the map here, and they'll go up and up each turn, and soon, you know, they'll eventually get all the way across. So I need to make sure I get to here first, but I want to hit as many of these stops as I can because that's how I get points and resources and more crew members and things like that, things of that nature. So let's go ahead and make our first warp. Stress beacon is coming from a civilian ship. It appears being chased by a pirate. Yeah, we'll help them. And we gotta fight off this pirate. So down here I have my weaponry. And the first thing I always go for is their weapons and their shield. I try not to use my missiles too much. Just try not to depend on them, you know. And we definitely need to fix this because there's a crack in the hull. and so it is leaking air. That's really not a big deal because it's just one room. Now we need to get him in here so he can heal. And this is another one that's not really a big deal because it's just my comms. Ooh, I got a laser. Ooh, you know, we can open up some doors to try and kill that fire, though we definitely need to get that fixed as soon as possible, so I might as well just go ahead, close all the doors here and get that fixed. Hopefully these guys won't suffocate. Okay, they're golden. Now, as this place is pink, that means it's low on oxygen, and I don't know what it looks like when it's completely out of oxygen, but, you know, the troops need it to breathe. Now, I try and specialize people. I'll put Buddy on the guns and put George on the shields. I believe all of these give you bonuses for being manned. The engines, the guns, the shield, and the piloting, the cockpit. So, you know, if I get another crew member, he's going back to the engines. Ooh, there's a store. Now, see, they haven't reached me yet, so I think instead of... See, I'm wondering, I definitely cannot make that jump. So I think it'd be best to go here, because I want to go more places than just the store to try and get some money. You arrive near a damaged and dilapidated space station. It appears to be abandoned, but you can detect faint life signatures. Let's see. Human corpses are scattered across the station. You find the source of the signal. A lone survivor that locked themselves in a storage closet. You quickly retreat to them, in tow, back to the ship, and hope they can recover. Awesome. Another crew member, Fen. Fen the human. See, these are still a little pinkish. I got my O2 on and everything. Hopefully he will be able to be alright. It doesn't look like he's losing any health, so we're good. Fen will be just fine. That tends to be my strategy, is to get as many crew members as I can, just because the more hands on deck, the less devastating it is if you are to you know, lose a crew member. Now, let's hit this. Now, see, I don't have as much power now because that's down. Now I can use this other laser, though I won't need to. And another laser. That's a lot of scrap. I think I'm going to drop the burst laser, primarily just because it takes up a lot of power. And it has a long recharge. I'm going to keep this laser though, since it's, you know, very light powered, slow recharge. Yeah, it does less damage, but it's just a more, yeah, it's extra pelting, I guess you could say, if that makes any sense. Okay, so we're in a store, and first off, let's sell this burst laser. Okay, we're good on fuel, good on rockets, and we don't have any drones yet. Yeah, repair the ship. So, yeah, there's not really much I want, so I can spend my 80 credits here on upgrading the ship itself. Usually, I spend some points in the shielding, the power bars, because you need power to do just, you need power bars to do just about anything. And see, I actually don't have enough for my shields just yet, but once I get 10 more credits after another fight, I'll be able to power my shields. Having a 2-layer shield, of course, just more shielding helps more. Your arrival is most fortuitous. We recently came across some extra drones. I'm going to reject their offer. While I do have plenty of fuel, I really don't need drones right now. You know, if I did need drones, that would be awesome, because it was only like 2 fuel for drones. But, okay. An especially well-armed pirate ship approaches you. Hand over one of your crew members, and the rest of you can go free unharmed. Its slavers are great, because you usually get a crew member out of it. Mantises, however, over here on the alien ship, it shows all their details, their hull, their shields, their relationship, their class, you know, whatever. This shows all the things they have on board, which is definitely something to check out, because I don't know if that's everything they have on board. I don't know, but the thing I hate about Mantis ships is a lot of times they'll have a crew teleporter, and they'll attack your ship and kill your crew members and bust stuff up from on the inside. See, they don't, so we're good in that aspect. So these guys, I should be able to beat them up, and I'll get a slave out of it. And they're trying to leave, so I need to hit their engines. By hitting their engines, they won't be able to teleport. Yeah. Take one of our slaves. Bam. I just got... Oh, sweet, an Engie. These guys are great because they repair stuff. So I'm just going to toss them in here because it's kind of in the middle of the ship. And that way, if anything needs repaired, I can make him go and be our maintenance guy. You know, running from area to area. So, that's good. Now, this is... Oh, I was talking about the enemy advancing. You know, this shows where they're at, and this shows where they'll be next turn. So, you know, they're right here. This is their farthest group of people. Next turn, after I warp one more time, they'll be here, and then their advancement thing will probably be like here. So, that's... You know, they advance pretty slowly. I would say I have time to hit here, 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 and then here and here. So that's what I'm going to do. That's like the big thing, is you need to try and get as many stops in as you can. You detect an automated rebel scout attacking a small refueling outpost. Intervene to defend the outpost, because I am a nice guy like that. Ooh, they have drones. I do not like drones. See, their drone is going to sit here and just constantly get at my shield. And then parts of the ship. See, this guy, I can send him in here. I'm using another rocket, even though I said I generally won't. I'm doing it for kicks and grins, since I have the rocket to spare. See, I don't have to worry about them running, so I'm going to go ahead and just hit their guns again just for kicks and grins. The outpost hails you after the scout was destroyed. Thanks for the help. We've been harassed on top by the scouts. Take this. Awesome. Free gear. You can never go wrong with free gear. Something I always notice, their drones always stay in the picture, which is kind of funny. It won't be there when I get here. Okay. You recognize the ship as a well-known slave trader. He hails you and offers you laborers for cheap. I'm going to attack the slaver scum. See, I hope to get the same thing out of this ship as I did the last Mantis slave ship. Another slave. And this guy is also great. Jose, Josie, whatever. Because these guys are immune to fire, so if a room catches on fire, I was pointing with my finger, if a room catches on fire like my oxygen room did a while ago, I can send him in, and he'll be able to stamp it out with no problem. You detect a rebel automated ship nearby. It does not engage and seems to be patrolling around a long-range sensor station. Yeah, why not? Usually this is more helpful. If this is what I think it is, this is usually more helpful in like the beginning, because the sensor stations will give you like little details on all the little warp areas. So you know, if you get these details on the warp areas, you will you know, it'll say which ones are stores, which ones are distress signals. And it also tells you if there's environmental problems, like sometimes there will be asteroids and there's storms and stuff. So yeah, that's always neat. I forgot to even check the map. Now this is good. Okay. You arrive at the distress beacon near a small asteroid belt and find the ship with pirate markings partially crushed between two large rocks. It must have been illegally mining the belt without proper equipment. Try to dislodge the ship by shooting at the rocks or just destroy and loot the ship. They're just pirates. I'm going to go ahead and dislodge them because I'm a nice guy. Ooh, ouch. That's actually the first time I ever think that's happened. Usually they're like, oh, thanks, bro, and I get stuff. Oh, also something to notice, whenever you warp, you can tell if there's going to be another ship right away, because if you warp in and there's going to be another ship, you'll be over here, or if not, you'll be in the center like I was. You arrive in the system to see a pirate ship pursuing a civilian ship. You detect messages from the civilian ship at distress frequency. Go ahead and aid them. And we're going to fight a pirate ship. Let's get it on. Take these guys out. Show them who's boss, you know. That's just how I roll, of course. Alright, so their weapons are offline. I do not want this. Yeah, so far so good. So their weapons are back online, and we do not want that. Prove to be problems. Alright, their weapons are back offline. So yeah, this is generally how combat goes for me. I could get a crew teleporter and start to board ships, but that's just not my thing. I don't know, I always end up losing too many crew members than it's worth. And, I mean, as I told you guys earlier, I'm all about, oh, they didn't survive. As I told you guys before, I'm all about having a large crew, so it's just not the thing for me. Maybe I'd get better at fighting. From what I understand, if you use that to, see, this is generally more expensive than the store, but you never know when you're going to find another store. Now this is, each one of these little nodes are one of those areas that it's just in, with the individual warp points. Now you kind of want to plot out where you want to go. I've been sticking to the friendlier places, which I'm thinking about what I'm going to do is come down here and into this pirate-controlled territory. I will probably face more encounters just because it's hostile, you know? But it then sets me up for this big, long patch of friendlies. And some more pirates. The problem with the nebula is you don't know what you're facing. Your this thing, your cameras, your communication systems, that sort of stuff just doesn't work. And there's usually storms which mess up your electrical stuff, and it's awful. So I try and stay out of those places. Here's some right here, as you can see. The little blue-purple haze around them means that they're a nebula. They're good because they slow down the enemy's progress, so you can go, you know, to more places in one round, or not one round, but one of these sectors. So you can go to more places, but you know, it's high. It's risk versus reward, really, and I guess I play it safe. So the only thing within scanning range is an old abandoned mining structure and resupply station. They appear to have been picked clean. Alright, so that's just an empty stage, pretty much. That's always lame. I mean, it sucks to get into fights, but at the same time, I'd rather just, you know... no, I don't know what I was about to say. The only other ship of this beacon messages you. Finally, after months of waiting, someone has fallen into our trap. Imagine how bad that would suck, just waiting months in a section of space for someone to fly by and just pick a fight with you. I guess that's the life of pirates, huh? Being a space pirate would be a pretty sweet thing, wouldn't it? Like, I used to watch a lot of Outlaw Star as a kid. And if you're not an anime fan, then I guess it's not a big deal. Yeah, go ahead. See, that's always risky, letting them go rather than just killing them, because you never know if you're going to get more stuff by killing them or by destroying them, or by letting them go. I usually just let them go because I'm a nice guy. That's just how I roll. A kind, gentle soul like that. So yeah, heavily damaged ship is drifting near this beacon. You receive a communication. Hello, nice for you to drop by. As you can see, our ship has seen better days. Yours looking quite nice. I think we might be taking it from you. Intruders, beam aboard. Okay. See, these guys are getting hurt. So, we'll try and get him out of there. Let's see if I can... Okay, 2-on-1. Maybe we should be able to take this guy. Okay, that's not so good. Have these guys run in here and fix the O2 so we don't all suffocate. Usually in this instance, I try and let them just work their way up to the health area where I can just beat on them and regen health the whole time, like this. Sometimes we'll have these guys walk around and repair stuff, and I guess it's kind of lame just because, you know, I have to wait it out, but at the same time, when they destroy our stuff, it also gives the guys a chance to get up there repairing. You know, I can have these 3 guys go in there and get their repair skill up by helping out him, and then it won't take very long. Ooh, wrong button. So you can go in there because you're a little beat up, so can you. Then I gotta remember where everyone was. George was our shield man. Buddy was on the weaponry. Fen, I think Fen was just kinda... Oh, he was in the engine room? Okay then. Oh, yeah. Jose, Varnes. They're both unaccounted for just because they weren't in manned areas, so they weren't, it doesn't really matter where they were. So, Jose, you can go back there, and we're good to go. Yeah. Let's carry forward. So now I'm sitting here thinking, which route should I take? Because if I come down here, I can warp and hit up these 3 places and then exit. But I got a while, so if I go up here, I can head up here, here, and then exit. Maybe even here, and exit. I don't know, that's kind of a big distance right there. I wonder, man, I wish I had a rule or something I could measure, like, yeah, it's definitely a little bit longer. I just used my subway card. I just put my thumb on it to, you know, measure how long this area was. Then I compared it to this place to here and this place to here. And these ones were a little bit longer, so you never know. So I'm going to try and go up this way just for kicks and grins. Maybe I'll make it, maybe I won't. Gotta live life on the edge, you know? A small ship decloaks behind yours. You immediately power up the shields and weapons, but they continue their trajectory unimpressed. You try to calm your nerves. Oh, so they weren't attacking or anything, they were just being hardasses. Okay. Ooh, a distress beacon. Also, I haven't kept track of time at all, so eventually there's going to be a break, probably around 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, depending on how long this goes. So I'll try to break it up evenly rather than stick to my 20-minute portioning. So yeah, just keep that in mind if there's a weird cut randomly.